Capricorn, welcome to your reading. This is Kay, and you're on the Collective Soul Tarot channel. So let's begin. If you like this reading, please like and subscribe, and I hope you're doing well. And let's find out what your past, present, and future energies are for your reading today. Nice to be here with you. Thank you for watching the video. Okay, what do we have, Archangel Michael, for past, present, and future, near future energies? We have family. Wonderful. That was in one of the Libra, or one of the readings yesterday. In that position too. Happening soon. Okay. And then hot air balloon. Very interesting. I love these decks because there's just such a diversity of stories that can come from the deck. So family in your past energy, could be near past or long. Loyalty, faithful, allegiance, parents, children, siblings, fidelity, commitment, trust, affection, support systems, origins, tribe, dependable, sincere, and kindred spirits. That's beautiful. Okay. So, I mean, there's not much that have to be said about that. I would say it has to do with some kind of family dynamic. It may not necessarily be literally family. It could feel like, the reading I did yesterday, it could feel like you work for a company and you've been doing it for so long, and it just feels like home to you. It feels like family. It's a family-oriented company, and everybody gets along. Everybody gets along, and for the most part, and it's good. You're feeling settled in it and happy and safe. You have a support system of not just your own real bloodline, but from people you work with. So it could be something like that, but maybe not. So we've got 6 card, which is family, family and love. We've got happening soon. The situation or event in question will develop or unfold very soon. Well, that's good news. That's good news. I hope, yeah. Let's see. Hot air balloon for near future. We got balance, uplifting, freedom, going with the flow, rising above, not resisting, new perspective, untouchable, defying gravity, continuous flow, wow, ascension, wow, view, elevate, and feeling good, wow, okay. Well, there's something to do with a family situation, whether it's metaphorical or it's literal, that you have established in the past, and whatever is going on with that situation, maybe there's a new person or a pet entering your lives, and it's just going to bring more enrichment to your family dynamic with the people that you hold close to you, dear to you, and love. Okay, well, let's see if we can learn some more about that, Archangel Michael. Very interesting. Capricorn. All right, Lenormand. We have coffin. Well, that's an ending, right? It's an ending because 1 and 9 of the 19 makes 10. And 10's like the new beginning. So something ends so something else can begin. So something ended. Wow. Okay. You see that these cards are amazing. And then we have pathway. Well, something's happening very, very soon, so you're going to be seeing the way. It's going to be unfolded to you, revealed to you. A new path. A path that's going to help you, free yourself from whatever it was that you were experiencing here in the family dynamics, in the family situation. Something's going to come to light that's going to help you see in a different way about it. Yeah, and you're going to feel, it's going to be balancing. It's going to bring balance back into the situation, and you're going to feel good about it. Then we got thoughts. Yeah, so there's thinking about someone, or, it doesn't have to be romantic. Capricorn. It could be you're thinking about someone who can help you in a situation. Maybe you're thinking hard about a counselor that maybe you and your spouse need to, you're thinking about a counselor, doing some research, about the different therapists, marriage therapists, family therapists in the area. And so you've got this one person, maybe you've talked to some friends or colleagues and they've given you an idea, or a recommendation, and you're thinking about that person contacting them. Yeah, okay, so that's very interesting. Let's see if we can learn some more about what is really going on with this family scenario. Capricorn. Wow, that's a lot. Let's not do that. That's a lot. That's a lot of major arcanas. That would just end up causing a lot of just being totally kind of, what am I trying to say? That uncertainties, yeah, because there's too much information, kind of thing. And it could be opposite, like opposing energies. So the High Priestess we got here, that's you finding a way to get whatever it is that you need to be revealed to you. Right now, it hasn't been revealed to you. Yeah. And it could be that you know something that others don't. And I got the Devil and it came in reverse. Isn't that interesting? Because I don't have the deck upside down, do I? No, I don't have the deck upside down. It came in reverse. I'm taking it as reverse. So it has been a tricky, toxic situation. Okay, let's just say. Has been. Wow. We need more information. Because, we've got the King of Cups here. King of Cups. And then we have the Coffin energy. Well, the King of Cups is a great family man because he's like totally in touch with his emotions, deep emotions. He's got deep emotions. He's not necessarily just being, putting it on their sleeve, like just going all, being all heart and gushy all over people. Like, I'm not saying the Queen of Cups does that, but she does. She doesn't fear being vulnerable, so she does wear her emotions on her sleeve, but in a very positive way. You know what your Queen of Cups is thinking and feeling about you, whereas the King of Cups, you might have to kind of, pull it out of him. But he's going to tell you, I love you deeply. You don't need to be concerned. You don't need to be worried. I may not say it enough, but I have feelings that run very, very deep for you. Great family man, right? Let's see what else we got here. Have I even shuffled these? I just like I'm bemused, really, by the different energies here. Especially that Coffin one. Holy cow. I mean, I could go straight to, as you know, Capricorn, I could go directly to, and this is your energy, by the way, the Devil energy, Capricorn, but I could go directly to the idea that someone in your family has died, has passed on. Or it could be somebody in your family that's trying to get your attention, like a deceased father or father-in-law. So, let's see what we got. Archangel Michael. We have the Page of Pentacles. The Five of Swords. That's where the clouds have rolled in, and things are hairy-carry in the sense that somebody has won while others have lost. Then we have the Fool, the Queen of Cups, there you are, the Queen of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. Breakthrough. There's your breakthrough. like I was saying, how, you know, you're thinking about, possibly thinking about something, you have an epiphany, or you have a breakthrough, whereas you're able to take some information that you've got and make use of it. So, okay, so we've got the King of Cups in the past and the Page of Pentacles. Something was made on, some kind of gesture, offer was made. I would like a little bit of clarity, if you will, please, Archangel Michael, about the coffin energy in the near past. The coffin energy in the family. 2 cards together. What are we talking about here? These 2 want to come out. So we got the 6 of Cups and the 3 of Swords. Okay, this is the coffin. The coffin energy. Can you see that? Yeah, you can read the words at least. I could pull them down. Okay. All right, Capricorn. Now, can you see that one? Yes, you can. Okay. So we got the 3 of Swords and 6 of Cups. Heartbreak. All right. There's a past, Capricorn. There's a past situation that with somebody that you have established a family situation, a family dynamics with, that, okay, I'm getting, this is you, the King of Cups. I'm getting that this is you. Now, you could be a woman in your King of Cups energy, okay? You might be the type of woman who feels deeply, but does not, you know, is not one to go out there and tell everybody how you feel about them, show it or anything like that. You just kind of, you keep your feelings to yourself, but when you do express it, that person's going to know that they are loved up by you. That there's no doubt, there's no question about your loyalty and your love for them. So that could be you in this energy, is what I'm feeling. So, King of Cups. Somebody broke your heart. You were in a family dynamics with this person. Now, again, this doesn't have to be romantic. It could be like job, or a job situation where you were offered something and it didn't turn out the way it had been promised to you. Yeah, the promise of something, right? Brand new beginning of something, promise of something. So maybe you were in a family dynamic. Let's just go back to the relationship thing, the family thing, and then I'll talk about the work. But in a family dynamic situation, you were not married to this person. You were married to them, and you know, you had offered to them, or like if you're masculine, women offer, say, will you marry me too? So either way, however it works for you, but either you were offered to be married, or you offered to marry them. I'm going to go with you offered to marry them. You offered to ask for them, to put a ring on their finger. You want it, and if you're the woman and you're not actually asking for the ring, you wanting to get married to this. You're wanting to make that offer to your second half there, right? Your other half. But they don't want to go that way. They don't want to get married. They are, for whatever their fears and concerns and worries are, they don't want to take it to the next level and actually put a ring on it and sign marriage license and documents and stuff like that. So what do you think happened? Well, you took your kids and decided it was time to, go on a different direction, take a new path, because now this is not something that you just did, like, okay, you're not going to marry me, so I'm just leaving you now. That's it. No, this has been, you've been mulling this over in your mind for a long, long time, and you maybe even sought counseling over it and that sort of stuff, who knows. But it was something that you weren't just because you have kids with this person, or you have kids and they were being like the surrogate, you know, they stepped in and they were becoming that your kid's father or mother, stepmother, father. And so it's like, what is going to happen to the kids if I want a ring on this, I want a commitment from this person, because you've got your own worries, concerns about not having that kind of commitment, or that person is giving you a reason to feel like you need to nail it down with them. Because if you don't nail it down with them, they may be looking at the whole relationship thing as though it's something they could just walk away from. At any time when you're at your most vulnerable, and you're trying to avoid that, right? You're worried about that. But not this person not accepting your asking to get married, or, you know, you give them the ring and they reject you, has broken your heart. And you know that it's going to break the kid's heart to, maybe, you know, it depends on how much they like your person. But it could be their kids too. So it's going to be tough go for your kids if you were to walk away from a relationship because you need to. Like, you need to walk away from it. And you have your own reasons. And I could sit here, I'm not judging in any way, shape, or form, but I could sit here and say, well, yeah, so what if they don't want to get married? Why would, you know, that's no reason to leave them. Well, you might have some really great reason as to why you should walk away from them. If they're asking you to marry them and you don't want to go to that next level, or you're wanting to get married and they still don't want to go to that next level, whatever, there's good reason for you to feel brokenhearted that you can't take this relationship to the next level, or that they want to marry you and you're not wanting to do that, and they're making life very difficult for the two of you in your home because you know, to them in their mind you've rejected them, so now they're being, you know, behaving like a baby, let's just say, and they're not talking to you. It might go for days or weeks where they're just not talking to you. They treat you coldly. They don't even want to cuddle up in bed anymore. They're just like starting to do their own thing, stuff like that, because they're feeling rejected, and because you don't want to get married. You know, that's the kind of dynamics I'm talking about. It could be that, all right? But in any case, it is something that has been, it's a long time. This relationship has been going on for a long time. You may have known this person for quite some time, or even as children. It could be that kind of relationship, that kind of familiarity of a family, that kindred spirit thing, that where the two of you are committed to each other, and maybe because of kids, right? So it is whatever it sits with you, right? Okay. So the bottom line is that something. Okay, I'm going to go into the work one here. So someone hired you saying, we're going to give you 10% commission or 50% commission on whatever it is that you bring into the business, bring business into the business, or sell, or whatever it is. And it turns out that once you sign on the dotted line that you agree to work for this company, this person, turns out what it really is, you don't get 50% commission until you've worked there 5 years. That sort of thing, and you've turned down other roles or other jobs that might have been offered to you, or it's just been really, really dry and there hasn't been any other jobs. Really, you were really quite like feeling, this may not be, my dream job. I may not necessarily want to do this, but I'm just happy I got a job because I haven't had any kind of offers. This offer's come along, and it's kind of like, excuse me, it's kind of like, yeah, it's like, phew, isn't that lovely? Someone's actually offering something to me. And so it's it's one of those things that it could be somebody that you've known for a long time and you trust them, and they're saying, hey, I hear you need work, or hey, you're working somewhere else already. You're established working somewhere else, and they say, why don't you come work for me? You work for me, and I'll do this, that, and the other thing, and you'll even have health insurance that the company will pay for. Well, it turns out it's not as good as it seems. So you've got to put an end to things. You are putting a final nail in the coffin about this situation and saying, I'm not doing this with you anymore. I'm moving on. The situation that you promised, or the promises you've made, are just not what I expected. This can kind of go back to the Sagittarius reading I just did, but it's just not as it seems, and you want to get yourself out of. You want to leave this, what is for you a toxic situation, all right? Because you're angry, possibly. You're definitely upset. You're thinking, oh my God, what am I going to do? I don't want to get married, or I want to get married, and I don't want to get married, and this person's, treating me like a dog now, or I want to get married, and they're like trying to make themselves scarce in my life because they're feeling like I'm pushing them into something they don't want to do. So the work situation is not what what my person that I'm choosing to take on an employee role with, or our partnership with. Could be a partnership, somebody that you've known for a while that you feel like, and it may be something from the past that's come back. So I know where it was like a job, type of role, sales. One time, this is when I was really young, a sales position, and I thought to myself, I didn't really want to do sales, but I thought I'd try it, and then failed miserably. Right? I didn't like it. Years later, I guess, after I'd forgotten how much I didn't like it, I took on another sales position role, and that when it was time to go do my job, it's like, what am I doing? I don't even like doing this stuff. Right? I somehow was enamored by all that was what was on offer. Right? All that was on offer, or enamored by the person offering it, and I just kind of forgot. I forgot all about what I felt like when I first accepted a role like that many years ago. So yeah, it's just something that's coming back around that you may have been thinking, well, I tried it before. Why am I trying it again? What's the matter? Have I forgotten? Like, what's going on? I need to, I need to close the lid on this, right? The coffin. So there you are. You're in a position where you're closing the lid, final nail in the coffin about it, and this whole idea of you moving forward. Not only is it that you're putting the final nail in the coffin of the recent or longer period past, it's happening soon. This situation or event in question will develop or unfold very soon. So you're right now in the present day energy where a new way of going, a new pathway, a new way forward is revealing itself to you right here, because you are not allowing you've got kind of like these you got these swords up saying, look guys, like, don't walk away mad, just walk away. Don't walk away mad, just walk away. I had to do what I had to do, because if I didn't, then I would just be accepting toxic terms, toxic situation. I would be accepting, I would remain attached to that very thing that does not serve me well. And my kids, for that matter, if you've got kids. So you had to sabotage this by, the past, by putting this this situation to rest, putting it to bed. It's happening soon, either that you're doing that soon or that a new path is revealing itself to you soon. Okay, so, fingers and toes crossed, right? It's all good. So, this is you, being like, you don't see things, you don't see it coming. It's going to be revealed to you, or you might actually be intuiting that there is a door or a window opening up for you very, very soon, as long as you say no to the devil, to the attachment, to the toxicity, to the way that's not right for you. You are doing that, right? So therefore you're going to be, because you let it go, you did what you needed to do, because you got kids involved possibly too, or if it's just you, you got you involved, like you got to take care of you. If the person doesn't want to marry you, then you're going to, move on to greener pastures kind of thing. So this is you being ready to take a leap of faith, moving forward. And you're going to be meeting and running into somebody who is like really like super sweet connection. A super sweet connection. Somebody is going to help you overcome and move on. Someone's going to help you overcome and move on. Now, again, and you're going to be free, right? In the hot air balloon, feeling free and uplifted in your life. This is a transition, right? It's not going to happen like this, bing bang. But you're thinking about either A, you're thinking about this person as being a really great match for you, that you could get married to, because this is a great mama right here. This Queen of Cups, it's great mama. Again, you may be a woman and this is a man. It just depends. So, you, A, are meeting a good match, romantic match, right? On the same page, a really good, perfect match kind of thing. And that would be her that you're thinking about, you see. Or this is a person who is in a helping role, some kind of helping role. It could be an HR person in the company that you are working for with this person or this situation from the past that's come back, like I talked about being a sales position, or it's a person from your past childhood that you agree to work with, and things aren't as they seem. They offered 50% commission, but you got to work for them for 5 years. First, you can be talking to an HR person, or you might talk to somebody who used to work with them and find out really what are the goods. If you're a past employee, can you tell me more about this before I make a major decision to move on, if that's what I'm going to do, or stay. But in any case, it could be a counselor too. It could be a marriage counselor if it's you and this person here. It could be a marriage counselor that is coming along to help the two of you kind of meet in the middle and have compensate for what each of you wants to see happen. What's that word? Compensate? I don't know. I can't remember now. So that's me. Anyways, it's all, systems go. Ace of Wands. If what was not inspiring you back here because of all the trouble, not having the clarity you need to be able to see your way forward about something, because it's kind of like there's blocks and obstacles upon obstacles on the path to where it was you want to take this relationship, or they want to take it, you're not taking it that way. And the work situation, there was so many blocks. Well, now with you being able to involve somebody else, whether it's romantically, you're meeting this person, or this person is a counselor you can go to talk to about your emotional upsets and stuff, and you're seeing a pathway revealing itself to you. Could be, I'll go to a counselor because they'll help me feel better, right? They'll help me feel better. I'll be able to see things differently in a different light, and then I'll start feeling better about my situation. And even if I don't stay in the situation, I will walk away from the situation. My counselor will be there to help support me in that venture, right? But in any case, you're going to be feeling like you're having a new beginning with the Ace. The divine is bringing forward, whether you realize it or not, it's spiritually orchestrated. The divine is bringing forward a brand new beginning for you that is going to bring the passion and the excitement and inspiration back into your life. You're going to be feeling good again. Let's see, Archangel Michael. Irregardless if Capricorn leaves the situation behind or stays, with a new pathway being revealed to Capricorn, because they've let go of their attachments to, like unhealthy attachments to why they're in the situation you're in the first place. They're taking a risk. They've done what they needed to do to cut the ties right here with the Five of Swords. What can be an outcome for Capricorn now? It's going to be different for everybody, but let's see if it's a positive outcome for you, at the very least. All right. The Sun. You cannot get any more positive than the Sun card in the deck. Okay, the tarot deck, there's not a more positive card in the deck. So the Sun card, that is, everything's going to be revealed to you. It's going to be healed. You're going to be enlightened, and you're going to be happy and settled and feeling safe and good, feeling happy. And which means if you got kids, it's all going to work out really nice for all of you. I love that for you. There's Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles on the back of the deck. That just means it's going to be a slow go, because it's a transition. It's not something you're just going to, all right, they want to marry me, but I don't want to marry me, so I'm just leaving. No, there's going to be a lot of possibly discussion about it, maybe fights about it, that sort of thing. But right now, you might have been through all of that already. Now you're in a place where it's kind of like, I did what I needed to do. I detached myself from something that wasn't working for me before. And I can see that as long as I do that, I feel like I've got hope. The clouds are going to clear, and I'm going to be able to see my way forward. So I just have to have faith in that. Just have to be patient, have faith in that, and patience, with the Knight of Pentacles, it takes time. But you're going to cross the finish line successfully, because the Knight of Pentacles represents I keep saying the hare, but it's the turtle, right? So it's the turtle's way, and you're just going to remember to remind yourself, Capricorn, that it's going to get better. Just be patient and have faith. It's all going to work out just famously. You got the Sun card. You can't get a better card than this. So I'm so happy for you guys that way, and best of luck with all of this for you, this journey here. So take care of yourself until next time. Bye for now.